welcome back. We're talking about synastry on my channel, and we're currently doing sun synastry. We're basically covering synastry with all the planets, and we're going through all the houses with it, okay? So today we're going to talk about sun in the 7th house. We're going to get straight into it. This one is very simple to understand, very straightforward. With sun in the 7th house, very similar to moon in the 7th house, this is immediate marriage. I've only had one romantic connection with this overlay, and we met like at a bar on a night out, and within 2 hours of knowing each other, we both were like to each other, yeah, let's be husband and wife. Like, man was ready to move me out to Ireland and seal the deal. It really is that immediate, like, I can see myself being happy with you forever. Both parties, the sun person and the house person, really feel this vibe, but I'd say it's the sun person that is more urgent in terms of like getting the marriage going, like actually planning this. They're trying to tie you down right away. Meanwhile, the house person is just happy to be there. The house person is in swoon land. They're happy to be chosen. They're happy to find someone who finally is giving them all the things they've ever wanted in a partner, and stuff they've asked previous partners before that like other people couldn't fulfill. There's this little doubt in the house person's mind. It's like, is it me? Was it them? And when they have this sun in the 7th house overlay, it's like, okay, it was them. Because now I finally have someone who reciprocates everything I give back without having to ask, without having it feel forced or unnatural. It's exactly what you would hope for marriage to be. Unlike moon in the 7th, I'd say the friendships that have this synastry overlay are also very intimate, more intimate than other friendship synastry. You know, usually when you're looking at synastry, when you're translating it for a romantic couple, translating it for a friendship, you take out kind of like the sexual intimacy parts of it. But with sun in the 7th, I wouldn't say it's sexual intimacy, but it's more romantic intimacy that is present within the friendships than the other overlays. You guys are showering in front of each other, peeing in front of each other, being naked without the sexual arousal, but still, of course, that's very intimate. You're letting this other person into your life in every single way, every single aspect. You know, you integrate within each other's lives like a married couple, even within the friendship. Yeah, so it's just a very open dynamic. It reminds me of that one TikTok that was going around back then where the girl had like lip gloss and her friend was like, hey, can I get some of your lip gloss? And they kissed to like transfer the gloss. And it's like, yeah, that's like the intimacy between friendships that have the sun in 7th overlay. But of course, also within romantic overlay, it's just 10 times more because you also have this sexual aspect to it. It definitely is giving like the bodies become one, communion, the great merge. It's definitely the most ideal dynamic on paper in astrology. But here is the test in sun in 7th synastry overlay. With these relationships, the test is how much do you look for validation in others? It's like with this overlay, the universe presents you with almost like this perfect dynamic. Like, if I were to give you the perfect spouse, how much of your individuality would you erase in order to make this relationship become like your new identity? This relationship asks, how much do you need someone else to be the one that makes you feel important and capable? Just straight up, how much do you identify with having a partner be your identity? Being in a relationship be your identity? Are you thinking that's your purpose in life, to be a wife, to be a husband? Which, hey, like for some people it could be, but it's also about the awareness of it. So it's like, on one hand, you can pass this test and you're kind of like granted access to this happily ever after. On the other hand, if your validation comes too much from the couple and you still have work to do in your individual growth, this partnership kind of just dissolves, because it either becomes like codependent, or where in the beginning you guys were always on the same page. When it starts to deteriorate, it's like now it's like you guys are never on the same page. The success of this test, like, it really just depends on where you are in your journey, what's meant to happen in your journey, what lessons you're meant to go through. There's not really anything to say like, oh, if you do this, that can like help you pass the test and now you're gonna have this happily ever after. No, it's not how astrology works. Astrology is more of a report than a tool that you can use to hack life. It isn't to hack life. It's a tool for self-awareness. It's a tool to understand your purpose, but it isn't to control and get the outcome that you want. That's all we got. Catch you in the next one.